Charlie. A perfectly normal kid, like you and me. Well, some of us are a little bit older than others, but we can look past that. Right now, we're here just about the story. Picture a small suburban town set in 1995. Pre-internet, post-grunge Nirvana, Midwestern USA. Bottled up angst and A Tribe Called Quest. It's good stuff. Look it up. The small town is a sleepy one. Not too much happens out here. People kind of like it that way. Some people anyway. Charlie always felt like there was something missing. Like a piece of the puzzle wasn't there and he was a part of it. Something that Charlie had always had going for him was that he loved to create. He would explore his mind to make all kinds of things. He started off with Legos and blocks and then went to making actual models out of metal. Creatures, figures, strange, otherworldly scenes. Weird to everybody else, but to him, well, it felt like home. Charlie wasn't alone in feeling kind of off. When he talked to his sister, she made sure to let him know that he wasn't alone. This brings us to our story. We find Charlie just after Christmas dinner. The magic in the air still rings true, if not just a little bit quieter. And Charlie is in his room, doing what he does best, tinkering. Let's listen in.
I never said we were never alone. Never you mind, I wanna go home. I never said we were never alone. Never you mind, I wanna go home. Aliens from other lands, from other planets, fly their flags. They never cared about what we call Earth. They never gave a second glance. That was until Charlie St. Clair made his own pair of looking glasses. Millions of crystals from his sister crystals. Mystery box that she hides from dad. I never said we were never alone. Never you mind, I wanna go home. I never said we were never alone. Never you mind, I wanna go home. He was bored, just staring at the floorboards. Christmas 1995. He liked to tinker with metal. It helped his head settle from time to time. That was until Charlie St. Clair made his own pair of looking glasses. He used the crystals from his sister crystals. Mystery box that she hides from dad. I never said we were never alone. Never you mind, I wanna go home. I never said we were never alone. Never you mind, I wanna go home. Colors, swirling sound as his feet left the ground and wondered as he looked around, not in his hometown. Dreamer, was he dreaming of the lights and the beady eyes? Was this the time he realized he wasn't going back home, normal kid? He knows we're not alone in this. I never said we were never alone. Never you mind, I wanna go home. I never said we were never alone. Never you mind, I wanna go home.
So we're all following this, right? Alien abduction? That's a plot twist. Yeah. Colors and swirling lights, special crystals. Aren't we supposed to be singing about reindeer and candy canes? Oh well, we're here now. So let's continue. Crystal. She had a box of crystals and she kept them pretty private, even if certain snooping siblings may have found them. Crystal had a flair for theatrics. She would often tell the family stories at the dinner table about this upside-down, colorful world that she called the other side. Brightly colored buildings and creatures, strange shapes and sounds danced throughout her tales, and her parents would just smile at her imagination. But Charlie was enraptured anytime she would speak about the other side. It sounded like nothing he'd ever seen before, but it made perfect sense to him. She never noticed how large Charlie's eyes got whenever she spoke of the wild lands and showed pictures. She liked to craft what she saw, and she would cut shapes out of her dad's wardrobe to accurately show the patterns in her mind. He wasn't exactly thrilled. But art is life. Patterns, shapes, colors, mixtapes. These were the things that captured Crystal's attention. Let's take a closer look.
She wrote magazines all about the other side. She made the pictures from what she cut out of her daddy's ties. So long with the summer of '95. She took to the cold embrace of winter time. She was always a strange one, except for in Charlie's eyes. Staring at the wallpaper in her room made her crazy. But she liked the way the paisley shined in the morning light. Crystals, she saved crystals that she found by the creek. When she set them on her windowsill, she swore that she heard them speak. She was always a strange one, except for in Charlie's eyes. In Charlie's eyes, she was a sister. She braved the other side with nobody as her guide. He was always a strange one, but she let him know that they were never alone. They were never alone. Never alone. Christmas came on a cold day in 1995. She had dreamed she saw beams of colors in flashing lights. She was always a strange one, except for in Charlie's eyes. She was always a strange one, except for in Charlie's eyes. She was always a strange one, except for in Charlie's eyes.
So now this brings us to the father. A mystery for sure. At first glance, he seems just like any old run-of-the-mill dad. Hardworking, hard to watch dance moves, and jokes so bad that they actually come off as kind of good. But what we don't see is where he came from. Things weren't always this way. Dad's from out of town. And I don't mean like Delta or Wauseon. We're talking extraterrestrial. That's right. This dad was an intergalactic nomad. A space explorer from another world. Now, he might not look like it, but he's not from around here. He was a hero of sorts on his home world, but he never felt quite home unless he was among the stars, exploring all the wild worlds that the universe had to offer. He would bounce from place to place and never stay anywhere for too long. He felt as that it caged him, and he needed to be on the move. Wonder was always on his heart. The only time he felt a stir was when the engine of his spaceship would fire up, colors and swirling lights would cascade on the walls of his hangar, and he would blast off into who knows where. He always knew the way back to his home planet, though. He had a special compass. One that was fitted with brightly colored jewels that would flash and help him to navigate his way back. It was also a way that he could communicate with his people. But again, he didn't really feel like they were his people. So here we find him, many, many years ago, setting off on another journey. Where to? Nobody knows. And as he checks the fuel gauges on his ship, seals the contents of his adventurer's bag, and preps for launch, he says, check the compass, check the maps. I might not be coming back now. See the danger in the way. An explorer never changes. Countless dreams, a million faces, take you to such brilliant places. Colors and swirling lights fire up the engine bright. My ship lights up, my wonder bursts. Inside my chest, my heart, it yearns. Then I saw it, pale blue dot, never gave it a second thought. Now as I wandered in the night, stars kept falling, powder white and glowing trees. They called them Christmas, people singing, leaving footprints. I think I like it here, someone said, feel the cheer. And when she spoke, my wonder burst. Inside my chest, my heart, it yearns. Break the compass, burn the maps. I will not be coming back now. There's a home, there's a future, there's a life that might suit me. The snow. He thought that they were stars falling all around him. He happened to land on Earth around the most magical time of the year. As he explored the wintry scene, he came across something, or someone, that he didn't expect. He always felt the brilliance of wonder among the stars, but when that person spoke to him, he felt that same brilliance and wonder. I think we might be getting a clue as to how Charlie and Crystal came onto the scene. But who is this person? Well, let's meet her, at least in song. It's how we do things around here. She's an artist, someone who needs to create, to put something good out into the world, but she seems to be struggling. She needs the right reason, or reasons, to keep moving forward. Being out in nature always seemed to clear her head up, so let's take a walk with her. Dark days, cold nights, searching for a lifeline. I'm not gonna find it, not gonna find it here. I've been living in the nighttime, with no night vision, wondering what I'm missing. I've been looking for the right rhyme to finish my song. I've been writing for so long. I know I'm here, but am I really all there? My heart, it yearns There you have it, folks. The first chapter of the tale of St. Clair. We have quirky kids, aliens, even a love story. But this is just the beginning. Thanks for listening.